Belly Conklin arrives at Cousins Beach for her usual summer trip with her mom Laurel and older brother Steven. They move into the beach house like they always do, staying with Laurel's best friend Susanna and her two boys, Conrad and Jeremiah. But this summer doesn't start like the others. Belly's 16 now. She looks different, carries herself differently, and for the first time, the boys actually notice. She's hoping things might finally shift with Conrad. He's always been the one, but now that the moment's here, he's cold, distant, barely speaks to her. Jeremiah, on the other hand, is easy. He flirts, jokes, hypes her up without hesitation. It's obvious he sees her in a new way. On her birthday, Taylor shows up unannounced. Belly lights up at first, until Taylor stirs up drama, hooking up with Steven, and then outing Belly's feelings for Conrad. The day unravels fast. Belly storms off, hurt, and while searching for Conrad's car keys later that night, she finds a necklace tucked in his drawer. It's the one she pointed out weeks ago. He bought it, but never gave it to her. The energy shifts at the bonfire. Belly meets Cam, a sweet, thoughtful guy who's nothing like Conrad or Jeremiah. He listens, asks questions, takes things slow. They start spending time together, and even though he checks every box, it doesn't quite beat what Belly still feels for Conrad. And every time Conrad acts jealous or picks a fight, it only adds to the confusion. Laurel's been reconnecting with her writing, and with Cleveland, a local author she keeps running into. The two grow close behind the scenes, while Susanna pushes Belly toward the debutante ball. Belly doesn't love the idea, but she agrees. Jeremiah promises to be her escort. At the charity volleyball tournament Susanna organizes, Taylor fakes an injury, just to get Jeremiah closer to Belly. It doesn't land well. Conrad steps in to join Belly's team instead, and to everyone's surprise, they click. They even laugh again. The back and forth builds. Jeremiah kisses her and says he likes her. Everything explodes the night of the debutante ball. Jeremiah sees a message on Susanna's phone about her cancer and vanishes without explanation. Conrad steps in as Belly's escort. As they move across the dance floor together, everything that's been bubbling beneath the surface finally breaks through. That night on the beach, Belly finds him sitting alone. He opens up about Susanna, about why he's been so closed off, about how he's felt this whole time. He tells her he's always had feelings for her. Then he kisses her. By the end of the summer, Susanna agrees to begin treatment. Belly ends up with Conrad. And Jeremiah still doesn't know. Season 2 begins with everything changed. Susanna has passed away after her battle with cancer, and her absence leaves a hollow ache in everyone's lives. Belly takes the loss especially hard. Her grades plummet. She's kicked off the volleyball team, and the once bright future her guidance counselor imagined for her is suddenly slipping away. Ivy League dreams are out of reach. Even Penn State might be a stretch. But it's not just school. Her relationships with Conrad and Jeremiah have unraveled too. Jeremiah was devastated when he found out about the kiss between Belly and Conrad at the end of last season. The fallout was immediate, and emotions have been raw ever since. Belly and Conrad decide to pause things between them, unsure if they're ready. But in true Belly and Conrad fashion, they find their way back to each other, only to fall apart again. Then a call from Conrad's college roommate kicks everything into motion. Conrad has gone missing from Brown, and no one knows where he is. Jeremiah and Belly team up to find him, retracing his steps until they end up right back where everything began, Cousins Beach. The reunion is tense. Conrad's not just hiding, he's hurting. The beach house is being sold. Their safe haven, Susanna's sanctuary, is slipping away. Conrad reveals that their Aunt Julia, Susanna's half-sister, is behind the house sale. Belly, Jeremiah, and Conrad try to talk her out of it, but she refuses. Reinforcements arrive when Steven and Taylor join the group in Cousins, and soon, the summer kicks into motion. Belly invites Julia's child, Sky, to join the gang on a boardwalk trip to help them bond. There's laughter, games, even a Cam cameo. It's the summer they've been missing. But things take another hit when they return to the house and find it stripped bare. Julia has cleared everything out. With nowhere to stay, Cam sneaks them into the country club where his mom works. They break off into smaller groups. Belly and Jeremiah share a moment where she starts to realize he may have had feelings for her much longer than she thought. Steven and Taylor nearly kiss, but get interrupted. Later, they joyride golf carts and sleep under the stars. A game of truth or dare leads to another near kiss between Belly and Jeremiah, but he pulls away. When she asks why, he quietly admits, "Because if I kiss you, I don't know if I'll ever be able to stop." For once, someone says how they really feel. Later, they discover the worst. Julia has officially sold it. Everyone is gutted. To lift their spirits, Belly decides they need one last night together. A farewell party to say goodbye to the only place that's ever truly felt like home. She even convinces the local gas station guy to sell them alcohol. Steven and Taylor dance to Party in the USA, only to be interrupted by Milo, Taylor's boyfriend. A fistfight breaks out. Milo storms off and Taylor stays, with Steven, who remembered her middle name, Madison. Cam and Sky share a kiss, and Belly and Jeremiah nearly kiss again, But then she learns Conrad talked to Jeremiah behind her back about their relationship. Hurt and angry, she confronts Conrad on the beach. If he'd just said something, she would have fought for them. Drunk and broken down, Belly calls her mom. Laurel shows up furious at the mess, but quietly saves the day by convincing Julia not to sell. The house is theirs again. With tensions easing, Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah focus on helping Conrad cram for his final biology exam so he doesn't get kicked out of Stanford. But the love triangle isn't settled. Belly confesses to Jeremiah that she still has feelings for him, and she tries to tell Conrad too, but he falls asleep before she gets the words out. It's too late. Then, Conrad sees them kissing. Now it's awkward. The three of them are stuck in a car, driving Belly back to volleyball camp, and Conrad's fuming in the back seat. When a storm forces them to stop at a motel, there's only one bed. As they lie in the dark, Conrad finally tells Belly the truth. He still wants to be with her, and Jeremiah says he'll step aside if that's what she wants. But come morning, Belly has made her choice. She picks Jeremiah and closes the door on Conrad, who takes back everything he said the night before. Still, Conrad gives her the infinity necklace and promises to reunite every 4th of July like always. Then he walks away, puts on a brave face, and breaks down the moment he's alone. The season ends with Belly arriving at volleyball camp. She convinces her coach to let her back on the team. Steven and Taylor are finally together. The house in Cousins is saved. And Conrad is left behind, standing in a quiet house full of memories. He's alone now. But maybe, just maybe, he'll be okay. That's it for seasons 1 and 2. Check back here when season 3 drops for a full detailed recap.